Today, I want to start talking about reverse de Leva. Might be a little bit much for some people, but I think if you can get the basic concepts for what we're trying to work on, I think it'll give you something to add to your game. When people are passing, they're always trying to get in this space. So if we end up with habits, and let me tell you where it comes from. If we have really good knee cut passers, one of the things that they're doing, if you notice, we set this up last week as well, and the previous week, is where if they're sitting up, we're always trying to get them on both butt cheeks, right? We want to get them flat. They're doing this for a reason because it's very advantageous to them. Right, there's a lot of space behind me. I can get the butt scoot back into or lay down into. I get to keep my feet in front of me. I get to come forward. I get to stand and get back up. So I have a lot of different avenues from the bottom. But as soon as you make me go here, I have to pick a side again. Right, especially if I'm in this like teeter type position. So one of the things that I want to talk about is on the bottom is when the person is good at getting you flat and you're using your abs. Your first instinct of what to do is usually, I'm going to turn and try to turn back into that person somehow. And as soon as you do this, that's where they complete the pass. Because I just opened up all this, I took my knee shield out because I needed to kind of block and come back into frame. So I want to give you a game on the bottom to where I actually want you to be flat and open up and kind of like exploit the center line. You were here last night? Who was here last night? Anybody? Okay. You were here last night? Did you get it? Ish? Alright, give me one of you guys. So, no, yeah, you're going to be up. So, let's start down first. Well, actually, I'll talk about it either way. Okay, you can stand. I get here, and obviously, when he comes in, he's going to make his first step to here. Right? And then he's using the top knee to automatically make me feel off balance. You see how I'm flat? Okay. So reverse de Leva is going to work like this. I'm going to form a wedge underneath my hip. And I'm going to ground my shin. Okay? This closes off my hip on this side. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this foot and we're going to hook it on the inside like this. Now, as he starts to try to pass, I'm going to keep exploiting the center line like this. You look, go. Yeah.
What do you use it to move? A little shred or something?
What's that?
What do you use to move? How did you rotate?
So I use my outside leg too, like this, and I'm also pulling on my shin. The main thing that I want him to do is try to consolidate, this. Look, and then I'm just going to go through a little and try to sit too. Once you get this here, I'm always going to use my free hands to do it. I want your head away from me. Why? Just now, he ends up leaving legs behind. I can wrestle back up. I can go for crushes. I can take the back. You read a lot of things right. I might even just come right back here and wrestle back up. But the main thing is I'm feeding my opponent away from me a lot. And that's what I want you to try to get. This is the only thing I want you to get with reverse de Leva. When do you use it? I can use it when he's standing and he comes into stepping for the pass. He's going to pass low. If he passes low and he starts on both knees, I'll show you how this works. He gets the half guard and he's low. Boom. Okay. I'm playing my regular knee shield right here. In order for him to complete this pass, he has to lift this knee up. And when he does, I come rid of these. Everybody see how I reach? I get my head close to him, and I'm going to get my arm underneath my hip, which forms a good wedge. Push this knee out. It only makes it more off balance. Look. And I start bringing him the other way. Why can't you push the knee out? My arm is underneath it. Right? So this wedge and this here are super important because now I don't ever have to start getting off my side from here. I'm already at a 45 and I can't get pushed back. I also use this to help me move. Not even just the knee, not even get open. I'm going to pull on this and just kind of bounce and rock. This is the motion that I want everybody to get from this position. Now, getting the hook foot in, I'm going to do it again low. And we know, look, right there, I know he's going to do it. So every time he does the hook, I come here, I get, look, this is frame number one. He tries to consolidate weight. I need frame number 2. Because now, look, he's already going. Look, I just bring the legs right through. I like this trap a lot because I stop the foot from coming through. I keep the knee going in this direction. Then what am I going to switch to?
Pass it over and squeeze it. Push your armpit.
Yeah, but look, everybody's like, I got to fight for the legs. I'm going to push his armpit. I want you to go, hey, get away from me. Now look, he gives me the leg. Then I'll come back in and I'll keep this on the armpit. Right? And now whatever, I can wrestle back up, bring his knee down, come back in, wrestle for position, whatever I want to do. Or I can stand the leg. I don't really care what the ending becomes today. I want everybody to kind of understand how to set this position up. It's not that easy. Super effective. And especially with some of the passes that we talked about last week. You know how to do this?
Did you show from standing one more time?
Yeah. So comes in 2 feet in the hips, right? And he starts walking his way in. And as soon as he does, I'm going to come here. And you notice, like, I'm almost forcing this open because the more I see, he wants to let it go. Because the more,
push it.
that's cool, push it.
Yeah. All right.
And then look how this other leg ends up right here. And we end up right back in the same spot all over again because I keep forcing him over the center line. In order for him to keep a good balance when I do it, watch where he puts his top foot. It's not his fault. He's going to put it right there. I'm never going to reach for it. I'm always going to off balance first. The easy, yeah, go back to that grip. Is this easy for me? Yeah, because I'm just going to move my, look, I just moved my arm. He's already holding on to it. I'm going to make it be his idea. And then all the time I can underhook this. Feet away. Right? If we get to here like this, oh, see, he's coming back through, I'm coming right back up for the rest. People are going to do different things, especially when they're sick of you doing the same thing over and over again, and you're going to get harder responses. I always attribute to, like, he's almost going to turn, he's going to sit through in this leg, he's going to wrestle up. Don't sit there and go for the legs, wrestle up. Because now I'm going to end up getting on top no matter what. I still have complete control of that top leg. I still have him in a semi-split position. He's still kind of turning facing away from me. Anybody can see this again? If you're newer, please go in a group of people with like a bunch of color on their mouth.
Standing or
Yeah, which way you want to sit?
standing?
So good standing, right? We always end up coming here. I know he's going to try to win this space closer, and when he does, we come right here. You see, I'm always going to readjust. Look how close I am with this. I have to have a top frame because I know he wants to get chest to chest. All right, what would you do for your next pass? If you're a leg locker, you're going to love this because it gives you all of these down times to like literally sit there for a second and go, what's another way I can repummel these legs to get to what I want? Like I have time to sit there and think because he's kind of stuck. He can choose to sit himself down and go, screw it, sweep me. I don't care. It's way better than you setting up that leg thing that you did the last time. Okay, maybe that's in his best interest, right? Go and sit down. If you can choose on a defensive position, I know we're here to fight, but if you can program this into your mentality, whether you're getting taken down off the feet or you're getting swept, if you have a split second to think within that moment, instead of going, how do I fight this to stay in the same position? Throw yourself to your best position, don't fall into theirs. I might get all the way here. Right, and you go, good. Really try to come through. And I get him right to this spot. What should he do?
Back up.
Sit down.
Back up.
Yeah, push over my face and sit down.
Yeah,
Sit.
It's not backing up.
Now when I try to get up, he pushes my face away and doesn't let me get in. Boom. And now look, he gets a chance to maybe get away. Or maybe I use that to get on top. Did I get to put him where I wanted to put him?
No.
So is that a smarter move to the offensive person? This is a hard thing to learn. Because you want to fight every single thing that comes at you because we're fighting, right? I don't want you to do that. You have to know in that split position where your feet aren't going where you want them to, that at very little odds that you're going to power out of this without like getting a hernia or something. You know, it's not going to be good. So fall to your next best spot. And if you notice, if that played out just like that in a grapple, he would have been back on top and passing again because I didn't get back.
Staple your leg down or like create like a.
You might, but you have to now be in it to go over all these variables, and then the person in the bottom is going to come up with other variables. Right? So, but in first glance, if I keep doing this to you, that's your best bet.
I gotta figure something.
And guess what? I'm going to do that same exact thing. That's why I told him to do it. Just sit down. Why sit? He gets space. He gets away from me. He untangles his legs. I'm not underneath him anymore. Like, all of these things are good things, whether it's jiu-jitsu, self-defense, real life, I don't care. Whatever it is. These are good avenues.